Look at this pen drive. It's a 1-inch piece of metal that is completely harmless. And yet, in the wrong hands, it can be absolutely devastating. Even in this building, it can be the vessel that is used to deliver company secrets to competitors and bring down this company. The most innocuous things are sometimes the most difficult to deal with. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests.
Good afternoon.
Around this time last year, March 10th, I delivered my first Toastmasters prepared speech titled, "The Showman Breathes." For that speech, I received a standing ovation. Now at that time, I did not know that we do that for every speaker who delivers their first speech. And yet, despite knowing that now, when I think about it, I take a deep breath and I remember thinking that I had found a place for myself. Since then, my Toastmasters journey has been a series of moments. Allow me to take you on a journey through my head, but be careful, it's a bumpy ride. You see, my speech writing process consists entirely of a diet of coffee and cool ideas. If I think of an idea that I think is funny or cool, I will write an entire speech around it. My Project 2 speech about lists was built with the idea that I can have a list on the board so that I don't forget what I have to talk about. Project 8, use a toilet paper roll as a prop. The story of Arnav, tell a story across multiple speeches. My Project 6, well, we'll come to that later. It has been a great journey for me, but, excuse me a moment, I need to recollect. It has been a great journey, but there are pitfalls. So what was the cool idea that I had for this particular speech? How was I supposed to be dramatic and entertain you all? Well, for that we need a bit of context. You see, over the past year, I've had a litany of cool moments that I'm very thankful for and grateful for. But there has also been anguish and there has also been grief. I have clinical depression and anxiety. Some of you know that about me already. And my Project 6 speech was all about talking about depression and getting those burdens off my chest. It is unfortunate that I delivered that in a joint session outside this club and not here at my home club with people who know me and care about me. At least, I hope you all care about me. I don't want to assume anything. But I did that. And since then, I have made tremendous progress. I started the new year with renewed motivation that I will not let my speeches control me, that I will control my speeches. But then, I had a cool idea. And my thing about ideas is that if I don't take care to control them, I will obsess over it and I will keep thinking about it until I over-deliver. This was supposed to be my 5th advanced speech. Because the idea that I had in my head was, I'm going to come and stand in front of you and I'm going to say, you've never seen a motivated Vaibhav. You've only seen depressed and tired Vaibhav. I know I'm very self-indulgent, please excuse me. But to do that, I needed the dramatic event. And I booked 4 slots in February in 4 different clubs and tried to deliver these speeches across 12 days. Because I thought it was a cool idea to show you how I've recovered from depression. I haven't recovered. I burned myself on both ends and I fatigued myself trying to do this. I managed to deliver 2 speeches, but I almost killed myself doing it. And then the most wonderful thing happened. I forgot that IIMB auditors meets at 7:30 in the morning and I missed my slot. Now normally, up until last year, if something like that had happened to me, I would have beaten myself up about it, I would have agonized, and I would have frantically cursed myself until I fell asleep from being too tired of calling myself a failure. But that didn't happen this time. This time, I felt relief. I felt a knot in my chest release. And that Toastmasters was a very, very new feeling. It was very surprising to me to experience something like that. And anxiety is not something that I talk about to get sympathy from you. Anxiety is doubting myself all the time, telling myself I'm not good enough, telling myself that my friends are playing a prank on me, because who in their right mind would want to be friends with me? Anxiety is telling myself that I shouldn't talk about this all the time in front of Toastmasters because they'll go bored and they'll not want to listen to me anymore. But this time I felt relief. And so I consider that a small and a massive victory. I stand before you here today thankful that I did not feel anxiety. And I knew that despite having lost my speech slot at IIMB, I'm okay. I cancelled my 4th slot because it was more important to me that I got out of my own head and didn't curse myself. Sometimes the most difficult things are the most innocuous. Look at this pen drive. It contains 2 videos, one of my CC6 and one of the ACB project I delivered earlier this year. I hand that over to you now for our club records. And I thank you for listening to me and allowing myself to get over my failures. This has been a great failure. This has been a great success. Thank you.